What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel that blesses you for the next 5 years. Looking at ticker symbol GPK. This is a viewer requested video. This is Graphic Packaging Holdings. And as you can see, this has fallen off of a cliff into a very shallow pool. The stock is trading around $8.98 as of the recording. Market cap is at 2.66 billion, sales of 8.62 billion. They are profitable at 444 million with 261 million in cash. The debt, hold on to your seatbelts, put it on 5 billion, 250 million in debt. Gross margins at 18%, which is pretty respectable. 295 million shares outstanding, 11% short, but this is an act of God because this is insane, from 30 all the way down to 898. They do have a quick ratio of 0.52, meaning if they close their doors tomorrow, they would not be able to pay off all of their debts, notes, loans, etc. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we can identify and discover about GPK. So as we can see, the stock has just been moving down week over week, month over month. I don't see any gaps really in the stock, which is kind of surprising given the level of moves from 22 down to 898. The stock is below all of the SMAs. And what we need to see now is consolidation for months, in my opinion. Excuse me. I think we need to see just some leveling out activity. Let this company generate interest, organic interest from people who screen stocks to people who are into package and defense companies. So this one needs to definitely chill, in my opinion. Again, on the weekly chart, my head's even blocking it. Let's go ahead and just move really quick. Look at this cascade down. Like, that is just absolutely insane. And then right here, which you guys can't really see, there are two major weeks of selling volume, which we have not seen since at least 2023. So again, we need this company to consolidate, find a level where it's going to level off and be stable so people can potentially find interest in wanting to invest in this company, because they are down 70% from the high on the weekly to the low as of today. And then again, just a little bit more aggressively here, we're looking at the monthly chart. Same frames we were looking at in terms of values, but look how it has just slid below all of the SMAs with literally no consolidation in sight. I don't see any double bottoms. I don't see any consolidation at all. So this does lead me to believe that we potentially may see this go further down, unfortunately. Looking at our price calculation, there is a silver lining here. So analysts have a price target of 14. I have a price target of 22. But I think the biggest thing to take away here is our price targets are almost 100% higher than the current stock price, which means there's a serious dislocation with what the stock and the company is doing and what traders, investors, institutions, etc. are doing. So it's absolutely kind of crazy. And we'll look at FinViz after this to kind of see where we could potentially find some dislocation as well on our side. Looking at the overall institutional hedge fund ownership, we can see that this is trading at levels not seen since 2023-ish, 2021, 2023. So there's not much interest at all, unfortunately. There was some steady interest heading up, and then the company just kind of fell off a cliff. Insiders own 1.5%, so I do like to see insiders own just a bit more to show that they have skin in the game. And we'll take a look at that as well in terms of what insiders are doing. But looking at my next support levels, I do see 876 as critical, which is the low of where this candle has been. Then we got 775 and then 556, which I think would be an absolute steal. But the thing that concerns me the most is that the quick ratio is at a 0.5 and they have decent margins. So I'm just we need to dive in a little bit further behind the onion and see what's going on. My third resistance has $2 signs. It's kind of weird. But I think the $5 level, based on this action of falling, unless there's some type of news that nobody knows about, this is just unheard of. My summary is just devastation, but let's take a closer look at FinViz because I truly, truly, truly want to see where the dislocation is. Did insiders or executives say something that spooked everybody? I mean, what? We had a minus 15% day here. Navigating challenges. Surprise with Q4 sales. So it seems like there's just a disconnect here. And this, let's just go back here really quick. If you are a old school investor and you see the forward P and the price earnings at a 6, you are throwing your money at this company. That's a Warren Buffett type move where it's, you know what, this company makes billions in sales. They're at a 6% price to earnings. Let's do this. And that's the worst company I've seen Warren Buffett get into recently was SiriusXM because I did a video right before it was news that it broke out and I just could not see what Warren Buffett saw in that company. And I don't think that company has gone up since he has bought it, which is absolutely insane. So the major concern here is, well, look at the debt, but also quick ratio here. We'll go down gross margins of 18%, which isn't horrible. A lot of shares outstanding. So let's go down here and see what's going on. On an annual basis, it looks like revenues are falling, gross profit is falling. That's annual basis. In terms of quarterly basis, it is also falling from Q2, Q3, Q4. Gross profit, though, from Q2 to Q3 is up. And then Q3 to Q4, it's down almost, I don't know, it's down 130 million, which is insane. What happened? It's down 130 million. That's crazy. And then let's look at our net income. This may be a trend to be concerned about, where their net income was 142, then 71 is cut in half. Let's look at an annualized basis, 658, 444. I'm guessing fiscal year 2026 probably going to be 214. If I had to guess, and the trend kept going. Let's look at our assets and liabilities on an annualized basis. 11.7 billion assets, 8.4 billion liabilities. That's good. Assets dwarf liabilities. That's fantastic. We do see some buying. The CEO did spend $500,000 here, which is cool. But we do have some selling down here. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Quick ratio is actually improving on an annualized basis, which is good. Yeah, I'm not seeing where the major disconnect is unless revenues for 2026 and profit for 2026 are anticipated to go lower. So that is where I could see the stock getting knocked down to 5. So that is insane. Above average volume. Stock down 3% on a day when the markets recovered. And I'm recording this on the 24th of March. So the markets dipped quite a bit and they recovered to where they were only down by like 0.5%. So that is FinViz. I can't really see a dislocation. We don't have too much manipulation. We're reading 12.15% now. This is just hours after I gathered the data. So the shorts seem to be piling in on this one. Let's go ahead and open our Thinkorswim here and take a look at the G, the P, the K. And you're seeing a lot of Fibonacci arcs here because the respect is a 10 out of 10 for these two. Cycle low to cycle high right there. And then we have another cycle low to cycle high. And then I anticipated where we would potentially see 10 out of 10 respect from the cycle high being right here, which was $30.70, all the way to where we see a little trampoline here where we have let me zoom in, two resistances converging right around here. So making this Fibonacci arc a 10 out of 10, we have beautiful respect, 1, 2, 3. These 4 candles act as support, falls through, 10 out of 10 support, 10 out of 10 support, 10 out of 10 resistance. So I'm thinking the 564 level is going to be what we're looking for here, and that's just my opinion. So that's all I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think about GPK. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.